Hello and welcome back to Daniel. The game is Daniel. It is all about Daniel and his frail mind. Where are we up to? What have we got? What have we got? We've got good health, good sanity, got 2 laudanum, excellent, plenty of light fuel, and now we have a grand opening to welcome us back into the fray. With his legs. With yeah, we'll go over there in a minute. This is attracting my attention a little bit more at the moment. Oh, well, at least she's having a good time. I say she, it could be a he. They could be very feminine legs, could be attached to a male. Oh, we can interact with water. Have a little splash. What are we, a toddler? Just having a bit of fun in the water. Have we got a sand pit as well? We can make a little castle. I like the wings. I'm not a fan of the baby face though. Wait a minute, this is the thing from the title screen, isn't it? It's like not necessarily the title screen, but like it's the fountain on the cover of the game on Steam. I like the little water pool thing, the little track of water that's going around. But you have to think, right? If somebody's got one of these, you're going to have to clean all of this, because it's going to grow like mold and moss and stuff, especially against bare stone. Can't prevent that. Alright, well, we've got to go... Well, we have a place that we can go over there. We have... Oh god, there's a couple of doors up there as well. And there's a door over here. Alright, well, the game insisted... Oh, some more of those... blood drops. I don't know. The game instructed us that we should probably go over here, so let's go over here. Oh, that's blinding.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will
You mean an elevator?
the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator?
Yeah, it's an
before?
elevator.
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
It's a lion.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
As in down, not up. I mean, that's expected. What, can we just... Oh god, that's so bright. I'm in a dark room for a change. Oh, it's not working. Lev. Interesting, like, the word for lion in Russian is, like, L-E-V. But, like, multiple lions, the plural for lion is L-E-V, like, Y. So, but it's really hard to pronounce. It's like, Levi. It's like that. It's so frustrating. Oh god, we've got so many rooms. Machine room. Can we go in the machine room? We can't go in the machine room. The machine room's locked. Right, let's have a look at our notes. He's making a lot of notes. Oh, well, none of those. Mementos. Find a key that unlocks the door leading to the machine room. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. Right, well, that's pretty straightforward. We need to go into there to get that working. Cool. One thing at a time then. So we need to find a key. Well, I guess we could start up here. Let's go up here. What's up here? We have 2... This is... I like the music for this room. It's very peaceful. It makes me think that this is like a Resident Evil safe room. What have we got? We've got a study. What's in the study? Can I study things? Are we going to find somebody at like a computer, or doing some homework? Some kid doing his homework? That's a tiny painting. What the fuck? Who would have in this giant, like, that's a normal size painting for this kind of room. That's not. That's titchy. You've got to go so close to actually see what's going on. It's pretty, don't get me wrong, but they could have done with like a blown up print or something. Okay, well, we're in the study. like a biological, like a chemistry study or something. There's loads of flasks and vials and teapots. These are round bottom flasks. Oh, there's another timber box. I hope to find more of these. And another piano. This place has got like 4 pianos. Wow, look at that. I want this. It's pretty. It's not really that pretty, but it's kind of cool. Right, well there's bugger in here. Can I break this? Yeah, there's nothing over there. Oh, no, I don't want to like that. Thank you. Let's try not to waste too much fuel if I can. What's going on in here then? Well, it's a study. I mean, I shouldn't be too surprised that there's books in a study. There's not much else. So, can we sit down? No, sit down. Oh, by the way, I realized I can... Oops, wrong button. I realized I can rotate things. Look at this. About time, I know. To my most trusted student and friend, Johann Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was travelling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I've been looking for the last 20-odd years. That's a very important orb to be looking for such a long amount of time. It is as inexplicable as the Heliodromus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. I assume that's a book. It was as it was told about an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hands, and the texture was smooth and jagged. How can it be smooth and jagged? Its colour washed while rich. No, this is completely oxymoronic. It's an orb, therefore it's a ball. It cannot be jagged, and it cannot be washed and also rich in colour. I disagree. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. Okay, well, try hue or brightness. Maybe saturation? One of them will work. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. Well, you're right about it being paradoxical. I was staying in a nearby village called Alstadt. I've had that word before, investigating one of the antiquated trails when I finally found the cavern. I went inside and suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. Okay, should have read that first. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Was there a sign that says, "Trespassers beware," or something, or private property, one of these? Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetched the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. Maybe you shouldn't have taken its ball then. It's like a tennis ball for a dog. It's just going to hound you. I made my way to a nearby ravine where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but unfortunately they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. That's a bit grim, but I mean, you did warn them, and they stayed, but they wanted to catch their fish. Suddenly a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colours of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black, with leaves as cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still, until this day, I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It had been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. What's this then? Last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into the mythic orbs. I realized, spelt with a Z, I owed you the truth about my visit to Allstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. Cool. Well, that was a long, single piece of paper. Let's carry on. Let's move on a little bit more hastily. That was a hefty note to take up a chunk of this set. What else have we got to do? Could do with a bit of music in here. Okay, what is this, the taxidermy room?
Let's see what you have.
Is that a dog? Aww. Oh no. Oh. Not a popo.
A mess. I should
Well,
have sharpened the saw.
whoopsie daisy. I
But
didn't mean to
can
throw it.
sense it. It's definitely there.
Oh no, puppy puppy. Oh, it's a bird. Puppy. Puppy 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 puppy. Ooh, look at the detail in the insides there. You can see like the neck bone and everything. Cool. That's a bit grim. I like how its legs are up in the air. Like it's just been its diaper changed. Okay, so clearly he's doing some kind of like medical research or something. And of course this is in the olden days. Oh, there's another puppo. Here. Okay, great. I mean, you know, back in the old days, we weren't able to get like all of these chambers of the human skull. Yeah, we didn't like have all of this documentation, so we just kind of had to do it ourselves, you know, and tear open actual cadavers and find out how they worked. And we did the very same thing with animals. We did them, we're still doing it today, but obviously there's a lot more regulations and rules around it now. You have to kind of give your body to science and that kind of thing. It's cool though. Who was it? Was it Leonardo da Vinci that used to do that as well? He'd used to like ask for cadavers after people had died so that he could open them up and study them and stuff. It's kind of interesting. Okie dokie. Canis lupus familiaris. 1658. Oof. That's a bit of a while ago. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous? Surely, like... No, I'm thinking of indigenous. What's endogenous? Endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. Oh, like endogenous, perhaps, then. So it's to do with, like, adrenaline and, I guess, like the fight and flight kind of thing. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the drain... I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. Okay. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmetic genius. It's an interesting way of putting it. This man seems to have had a few problems in his own brain, if you ask me. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy. Well, what? Why would you want to harvest it? No, I'm sorry. Wait, I thought this was just kind of some medical kind of man wanting to get a bit of information of the inner workings of animals, but now he's talking about collecting the energy of a fight or flight situation from an animal. That's a bit weird. This, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise, okay, I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. Cool. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. Okay, it might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments their experience of terror. Oh. Okay. Well, this took a bit of a turn.